debo.
De Debo.
Las máscaras.
is.
I think it's easier.
But that's what I mean. It's easier.
For